The generation of an Einstein-Rosen bridge allows instantaneous travel between one planet and another. The portal is in the shape of a ring, and one such device was found on Earth. Now under the control of the United States government, it is kept secret from the public. But this is not a fiction invented for movies and television. This is the true story of the Stargate, discovered in the country of Iraq. Nibiru is the 10th planet in our solar system, the so-called Planet X, whose gravity alters the orbits of Uranus and Neptune. The orbit of Nibiru around our Sun is long and elliptical, and the planet finds itself in the neighborhood of Earth only after traveling deep space for thousands of years. One close passage of Nibiru, 3,800 years before Christ, coincides with the first flower of human civilization in ancient Sumeria. The Sumerians invented writing. Cuneiform was pressed into clay tablets by the cross-section of a papyrus reed. They used cuneiform to record the law, such as the Code of Hammurabi, an eye for an eye. It was used in making maps, in documenting medicines and medical procedures, and to record history. Sumerian history attributes the overnight appearance of their civilization to the intervention in human affairs of an alien race, the Anunnaki, who came from the planet Nibiru. Before Nibiru vanished from the sky, the Anunnaki would share advanced technology with the human race. This included the installation of a Stargate on Earth. Professor Ernst Herzfeld, the German archaeologist, specialized in Islamic languages, history, and architecture, and archaeology. He explored ancient Sumerian sites and collected pottery for museums in Berlin. He was falsely accused of dealing in antiquities, although later in life Herzfeld did support himself by selling off his own extensive personal collection. He was the first archaeologist to use photography to record carved rock reliefs in Iran. Most of the territory of ancient Sumeria lies within the borders of 20th century Iraq. While the region was under British administration following World War I, archaeological research flourished in Iraq for 2 decades. Dr. Herzfeld directed an excavation in 1931 in the province of Baghdad, where the Stargate was unearthed. The next year, the country gained its independence, and along with the British, the archaeologists were thrown out. A few years later, Ernst Herzfeld was forced to leave his university position in Berlin because of his Jewish descent. It was not until Saddam Hussein assumed power in the 1980s that the Iraqi government decided to finish what the Germans had begun. At Nasiriyah is located the Great Ziggurat, or Pyramid Temple of the ancient city of Ur. The Ziggurat of Ur contained the Stargate, and Saddam wasted no time in assigning a team of his own scientists to restore the device and get it working again, under the cover of restoring the temple itself. It took them 20 years, but they succeeded, shortly before the September attack on the U.S. by terrorists from Saudi Arabia. Normally, mainstream politicians would have no knowledge of the existence of advanced alien technology on Earth. However, the CIA is privy to this information. Before George Bush Sr. became President of the United States, he was the head of the CIA. He would share his knowledge with his son, George W., who would also be elected president. The George W. Bush administration made use of the September attack as an excuse to start a war with Iraq. The real reason for the war was to gain control of the Stargate. U.S. forces physically moved the portal to the Green Zone in the city of Baghdad, where it is currently secreted in the basement of one of Saddam's former palaces.